Okay, back for another mod review. Actually, two mods. Um, I'm happy to say, or call him a friend, GnG Modding on Facebook. Uh, the dude that's over it that made my favorite map. Um, I think I'd do about any kind of mod review or anything he would want. He's a super nice guy, and he literally puts his heart in everything he does. And it shows in his work. That's why I love his map so much, especially the one I deemed as my favorite solo map because of a lot of the old stuff, the old iron and stuff, and being able to just do some slow play, not grinding out mine, all that stuff. So he passed along in message, asked me if if I seen this combine, and I told him I hadn't. I usually don't do reviews on combines or anything like that, and I do like old, and this one is old, but how far back to be considered old, I don't know. But it definitely kind of helps take you back a little bit. So anyway, it has 200 horsepower, which is way underneath most other stuff. So you got 500, 600. That one's 387. I mean, if you love a good John Deere, you can do a lot with this one without having to go to the S series. But we're talking about 200, so we're getting way down here. We're talking about starter combine territory. The headers that you see that comes with those are really small. They start around 7.6 in the John Deere, and they go up to 13.7. The one that comes with this mod is actually pretty much in between. It's about 2 meters over the smallest one, which is still pretty impressive for 200 horsepower. So I'm fixing to show another one that I sent him back and asked him, well, have you seen this one? And of course, I like old stuff too. And this comes in a pack. I think I've seen it on Mod Hub listed separately. And if you look at it really close, it's the 514 for Strit or something to that effect. You really don't have no color choices. I wouldn't do red, sure wouldn't do blue, or much in that effect green. I pretty much leave all their stuff that color. And wheel setup is really not a wheel setup, it's color choices. So I showed him this one because it looks, it sounds and everything really old. And its header is this one here, a whopping 4 meters wide, and it goes 4 mile an hour. So when you grab out this and you grab out your Farmall tractor mod and all that, you just get ready to say green acres, because there's not going to be no rush in it, so no use in crying about the speed or anything else. It is for going slow. I mean, you look at it, it doesn't come off all new and pretty. It looks rusted out gold. It's just, I love it. If you've played anything like Forza or anything like I have, some of the most downloaded mods, or as far as colors and choices of paint and stuff like that, his old rusted out buckets that goes really fast. So, you know, to me, there needs to be more used equipment. Don't bring out a mod that's, you know, a 7R and put it down at 1/3 price. It's kind of lame. If you list it as being a used 9R and needs to be repaired and the paint looks like this, okay, I can handle a price drop then. So I've actually got both these out in the field, and I'm going to turn up the vehicle volume so it may get a little loud. May have to turn it down. But the reason why I want to do that is because it helps. Listen to the sound of the engines first. So, I mean, this, like all the rest, John Deere, sounds really nice. When you pop out, I got the old Zeal trucks to go with it, just to kind of keep the past alive. You can actually go with a 12,000 capacity if you just want to rock the old stuff. But of course, I mean, it still looks new enough that you could do a new trailer with it. So, and I have tested them, and I'll just go ahead and hire the worker. So as you can see, it works just fine. Dismiss the worker. And kind of hate to get it dirty. I don't know why anybody would want to use a Deere. I don't even like my more dirty. But like this old truck, I love the sound of it. So just to show you that it will unload. That's interesting. I wonder if it's because of the truck that I'm using or the one I got for it. Let's see. I may have to run this configuration just to get it out. Definitely want to make sure that that combine is going to unload. I'll back out, get the noise down. Okay, yeah, it's just the configuration that I picked out in the truck. I didn't really look at it. So, and over here, clearly the John Deere works fine. And it's a lot larger header. It's a lot cheaper price. It's kind of saying that it is bringing back the past. So you're not getting a new combine for 30,000. You're getting an old one. Listen to this one. That's so cool. I hope that fire extinguisher, that's supposed to represent a fire extinguisher, because, let's see, yeah, because you're probably going to need to operate this combine. Like I said, it's 4 meters wide. I got unfolded. Unfold. Alright. And everything about this thing is really slow. I noticed that too. But it just sounds so cool, and it looks really old. And as you can see, it works just fine. And it looks old, looks rusted out, so it definitely gets a cool factor for me. Even that yellow beacon light up there looks old. I mean, everything about it just screams I like to check this out. And I'm going to show you that this one here as well. See, whenever it stops, it sounds like every boat on it's going to go flying across the mount, including the old Zeal truck. So we're just going to unload. I know I'm turning up field, but I don't really care. This is just for demonstration. But you know, gasoline engines back in the day, if you got bad gas or the gas wasn't very high in octane or whatever, you wonder if they'd even cut off sometime. That's what's kind of remind me. So, and so for as far as review, there's really not much review. You're talking about the past and the age. I'll explain why I'm running here in a second. I'm actually trying to keep a secret. So, I mean, it's a beautiful John Deere, and it does fine. I got the available spikes. This is optional on the header. It's got good cut. I mean, you're talking about getting into harvesting, especially at early game, at such a low cost. You're talking about 84 for the cheapest of the new, and it's only going to do a few meters. And this one here gets you in for 30. It's representing that it's old, not something new, so I've got no problem with the price. You come over here to the headers. $27 for 4 meters, or $6,000 almost for 9. And we're talking, what here? One more. Yeah. So we're talking about a savings of almost $40-something thousand, right around in there. So yeah, it's pretty sweet. But you know, it advertises that the combine itself, shit, went in tractors. The combine itself has 200 power. Yeah. So is that true? Because if you get into something over here and you try to wield one of these big bad boy headers, it will attach, but it'll say insignificant power. So I'm gonna show a little surprise from my boy GnG Modding. This is the biggest John Deere header in the game. So I'm gonna show you something. You see I done tested it. The magic speed is 6 miles an hour, but we're talking about an old combine. So even if it reached 6 miles an hour, would be stupid. This thing is not giving any errors. I'm going uphill, which does have effect, and I'm reaching the magic 6. Of course, you're not going to be able to unload, but I know sometimes you get little errors that says that it likes run into some kind of error or whatever. Sometimes it's getting something more powerful. But I put the double wide wheels on the front to make it look like this header belongs on this. And the only way you're going to be able to unload this is to take a bed of a truck and back it under this thing, or you're going to have to can't remember if I stopped the work or not. Yeah, okay. You're going to have to detach the header and back out and go and dump at your truck and then come back. So this is a 200 power combine that does what, let's see, this is a 13.7 header. We're talking in the 40s, and it takes a combine that has 625 horsepower to wield it. So if you're wanting to save a little money early on, I guess, and want to back out from underneath your header, but just to show, this 200 horsepower to me is a false reading. So it's not knocking it. I really don't care. It's just I just was playing around with it, and I figured I'd show GnG Modding. When it comes to any hills or anything like that, if you got a really steep grade or you're on a Europe map or something like that, I don't think you're going to have any power issues. So anyway, there you go, GnG Modding, and my good friend. I hope you liked it. Like, share, subscribe.